Good morning. Recently, our persecutor Katya has come back from forced dormancy, and so we figured today a good thing to talk about would be persecutors. Um, we personally have several different types within the system, they're pretty much self-described, but these could transfer, I guess. Um, Katya is the really classic persecutory alter. Um, she just causes emotional and physical damage anywhere she can, in any way she can, anytime she's given the opportunity to. Um, she also very effectively has a habit of pushing away friends and partners. We later discovered that actually Katya was really just trying to help because a lot of those friends and partners were pretty toxic, and Katya knew it and wanted them out and away, however possible. Uh, also a lot of other things. Um, Katya has also recently calmed down a whole lot, partially because of our relationship with our partner system, and partially because she's sort of coming to this conclusion that her role is not as crucial as it once was, because the friends and partners that are in our lives now are relatively static and relatively healthy. Um, so it's not like she needs to be pushing people away. Um, Ezekiel is more of a gentle persecutor. He's almost unintentionally a persecutor. He is primarily supposed to protect our partner system. That is what he was formed to do. It's his first priority. And he believes that some of us in the system are harmful or detrimental to them. So he really dislikes us. Um, he's huge on like negative talk and emotional damage, a lot of like really just hurtful words and stuff. Because he just doesn't like us. He thinks that we're bad. Um, then there's Ginger, who is actually the core, um, but has kind of morphed into more of a persecutory type alter because she is very unhappy with the way things have turned. Um, so Ginger was once the host and is the core personality, the one at birth that was there from the beginning. Uh, and for a while, we thought that Ginger was gone for good. Um, Ginger was wandering around Headspace as a zombified version of herself, just there, unable to communicate, unable to interact. We really just assumed it was an echo of her and she was integrated or dormant or something, just gone. And then suddenly she wasn't a zombie anymore, um, which is really weird. We're not sure if she came out of dormancy, if she just didn't want to talk for a while, or what could have possibly happened. Um, but she is a cisgender lesbian, and she's really not into the whole we're a male system, thing. Uh, as well as just other random life decisions, like where we work and who we're, well, no. Ginger's pretty happy with who we ended up with, but other random like life decisions Ginger just despises. Um, we would have really taken her thoughts into account if we had known she was coming back, so not really our fault. um, and then there is Michael. Michael is specifically a religious persecutor. He formed due to continued religious trauma in childhood and early adolescence. He is an introject of the Archangel Michael, and he strongly disapproves of pretty much everything that we're doing with our lives, down to the music we listen to. Every last detail. He thinks that we are going to hell, that we are bad people, and he has absolutely no problem saying so. Um, it used to really be distressing to hear his negative talk all the time. Uh, but now, recently, his ability to elicit an emotional response is really deteriorating because we're starting to heal from a lot of the religious trauma that happened. Um, so that is Katya, Ezekiel, Ginger, and Michael. Four very, very different persecutors, um, who all do very unique things within the system. However, those are just our persecutors. Persecutors vary vastly from system to system, and even from persecutor to persecutor, obviously. A lot of the time, persecutor alters um, can cause some real damage to systems and bodies, whether they do it themselves or influence other alters to do so. They can often cause like self-harm, suicide attempts, and other well, it's Ezekiel. Persecutors are just the same as any other alter. They are formed to try and protect the original personality and the body from abuse and trauma. The way they go about it is a little bit different, but it is still with the same intent. Many times persecutors are trying to end pain the only way they're aware of, or cope the only way they're aware of, or just thinking that maybe if they can control the situation themselves, then it's not as bad. Um, like if you can relive it, but you're in control and everything that's happening is internal for the most part, then maybe you can start to move past it, treat it like it wasn't that big of a deal, ignore it, move past it, do whatever it is that you need to do. So persecutors are just trying to help as much as any other altar. And that is what I have to say about that. Of course, although, persecutors do bad things and might not be the nicest people, they are still necessary to systems, important, valid, cared about. Persecutors deserve just as much care as any other altar, just as much love, just as much respect as human beings. That's where we stand on it. So, just throwing out some love for persecutors. But that's about everything. Thanks, guys. Have a good day. Bye.